These tutorials were created as a resource for students in the Interdisciplinary Doctor of Education program in Leadership at Creighton University. They were created in fall 2018 as part of a student practicum. This is Tutorial 1, the Introduction. APA is a style used for formatting and citations in the education field and in the EDD program. There are multiple styles. The most common are APA, MLA, and Chicago. The styles usually differ in small ways like ordering the citation information, formatting, and reference punctuation. The important thing to remember is that APA guidelines are required, they are not optional. Not following APA guidelines can result in points off of your assignments. This style will dictate the formatting and style of your assignments, both the discussion board and papers, in the EDD program. The most valuable resource is the APA Manual, the 6th edition. It is highly recommended that you purchase it. You can often find a great deal on an Amazon used copy. The manual should be read chapters 1 through 3 that addresses writing style and tips for writing effectively. There are actually helpful sample papers at the end of chapter 2 which demonstrate many examples and the corresponding section for more information. You will find that you will reference chapters 4 through 7 frequently throughout the program. Put in flags or some other notation system for easy referencing, maybe color coding them as well. Do not try and memorize the manual, but use it as a tool for when you work on your assignments and have questions. The manual is organized by chapter and section, like 4.45 is the section in chapter 4 on statistical symbols. These tutorials will refer to these chapters and section numbers for more information. The Purdue OWL website is another resource you can use for APA referencing. Bookmarking the site can be very helpful, and it's great for online access when you don't have your manual with you. Some of your professors may also refer you to Purdue OWL, but if OWL differs from the manual does take preference. This is a screenshot of the APA section of the Purdue OWL site. You'll notice the table of contents or navigation bar on the left side, which has an introduction, an overview and workshop, and then details about how to format and cite things. The Formatting and Style Guide is the section you will probably reference the most. There may be times you cannot find an exact answer to your APA question, like if you have a source to cite that isn't in the manual, or you have a style grammar question that isn't specifically listed. This is where it can be helpful to consult multiple sources as you need them. The Online Writing Center can help with APA, as can librarians from the Creighton Library. Be sure to also ask your professors and your advisor for help if needed. There is a paper template in Blueline which presets the formatting of a paper. You should definitely use it to make your life easier. Once you have a paper with good formatting, you can reuse it and save it under a different file name so that you know your formatting continues to be correct. Check for other Blueline resources related to APA in the EDD module and in each class's module. There are 4 areas where students often make mistakes in APA. The first is poor editing. Often students can run out of time and skip editing, but it is an important element of your work. Tutorial 3 covers editing. Many students struggle with writing in an active voice and avoiding passive voice. View Tutorial 4 to see examples of each and how to convert passive voice to active voice. Headings can often be problematic. There is an explicit format to headings within your paper. See Tutorial 8 for how to use them and format them. Citations are a major portion of APA formatting. There is a formula for citing materials both in your paper and on your reference page. Students who make mistakes related to citations usually just do not look up the proper way to cite them, or they are not proofreading properly. See Tutorials 9 and 10 for citation information. Using APA will get easier as you progress through the program because practice does make it better. You will end up memorizing some things because you use them frequently, but you should use the resources at your disposal. Do not be afraid to look things up. If you get points off for APA in your classes, use that as a learning tool to know what mistakes to avoid in future assignments, and never be afraid to ask for help. This concludes Tutorial 1.